Welcome back to another workshop build video. Ashley has Emma for about an hour, so we got to wrap this up quick. I was contacted by a company and they asked if I would do a review on one of their lights, and I said sure. It's an 8.5 by 8.5 exterior LED work light, kind of like the ones you see at a gas station, like those bright ones. I think it's a 300 watt replacement. So I thought what I would do is put that inside the workshop. Whenever I'm filming something, I can flip that on and it will be very bright, and I won't have to deal with my studio lights or having to make sure I have all the lighting right. So there's two of them coming. One is the square size and the other one is going to be more of a directional light, kind of like the one that we put outside here on the front. And so for the one that's going to be the square, I want to just put right here in the middle, and it comes kind of down and out, kind of fills the room. The one that's more of a spotlight, I'm thinking about doing a little turntable with maybe a spring that will hold a lock in place, so I could like grab it and move it around. We'll see. But all that aside, I've got to get some wiring done to prepare for this light, or the two lights. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So the stuff I picked up was a double switch box here, 50 foot of 12-4 wire, a couple of these rocker switches that I have used everywhere else, and then I just picked up a few of these plates, plate covers to use elsewhere. So let's get to work. First thing I want to do is get this box installed over here. I think I'm going to put it right above the others so that everything will be controlled right here in the same spot. Okay, that should allow covers and wires, so should be good right there. Nice and secure. Very good. I just cut the power on the breaker box to this front side of lights here, which is where this goes. I was just doing some calculations to see how much power would be drawn from this whole circuit up here, and both of those lights would be somewhere around 1.5 amps, I believe, and then the computer would also be somewhere around just a couple amps. They don't use a whole lot. And then the lights, the other lights up here, once again, basically everything was under the 15 amp limit. Found a piece of scrap wire here that I could use to go between these two boxes. Pull that in, and then go in here. That should be good. Now I want to get these wired up. That dog sure does like to bark. So I know the content, I've said this many times, but the content has slowed down since Emma has gotten here. And I love my family and taking care of them. But at the same time, I also feel kind of guilty not bringing you more content than I am. Because, I mean, I've been doing this now for about 4 years, which is hard to believe. But it just, it feels wrong not to be filming stuff for you. And if you're not a YouTube creator, you may not have that same thought, but I guess it's kind of like when you've got a list to do at the house, and if you go a day without doing it, or a couple days without doing that list, you feel guilty about not accomplishing stuff. And so YouTube kind of keeps me honest with my list. Yep. This hole's not quite big enough here. So anyway, I'm trying to find things that I can do short term that are not very expensive I mean, like this project here needs to be done so that I have things ready for when that light gets here. But one of the videos I'm going to bring you along for coming up soon is, well, it's kind of a repeat video of the past, but you remember whenever I made the landing at the end of the stairs for the house out of the paver stones? Well, I'm going to do that again, but I want to go from the current landing that I just made to the cars. And then after that, I want to go from the house landing to the workshop over here. That way I won't be getting dirty, or as dirty, when I walk back and forth across that span there. But so I mean, the reason that it is an inexpensive task is because my friend gave me so much of that stuff, the pavers and the wood out there. Sometimes it's hard to find where the tape is. There. Yeah, so that one needs to be done, and that's something I can just step out the front door and do without having to worry much about going to the hardware store and buying materials. So that'll be good. Yeah. Alright, I've got 50 feet of wire here, and I want to get this to the middle rafter and this one here. There are going to be two lights, so and they're going to have separate switches, which is going to be nice. Won't have too much light in here. So I'm just going to have to feed this. I'm not exactly sure why I'm here in the middle of the room, because I can't reach over there to do this, so I move the ladder. Well, that's a lot better. I'm going to feed two different sections down here, and I think my holes are going to be big enough. We'll have to see though. I wasn't really expecting to expand like this. Okay, there's that one. Now let's see where this needs to go over here. Okay, nice. Looking good. Well, I'm out of time for this evening, but I'm going to go ahead and get a plate or two on here just to see how well I did. Kind of cut that a little bit big. I'll have to remember that on the next one, that be real careful when I cut, not to overdo it. For some reason, all of my screwdrivers are inside, so I'm having to use a drill for these tiny screws. Well, yesterday I ran out of time making this video, and then today I had to work late, so I didn't get home till, what is it, like 6:30 I think, and then I just hung out on the couch with Emma and Ashley for a while. So I'm gonna end this here. Let me show you what was finished, and then I guess post this, and whenever that light gets in, we will finish this project. The power is still turned off to this front side, but you should be able to see just fine. So once again, power comes out of the junction box, goes over to the double switches, and then goes straight up. I was able to get it into those holes that I already had, which is good. And so that's gonna go up to the top where the other wire is, and then down to here. And this first spot is going to have that light that I can swivel around and maybe angle a little better. And then the second well over here is going to have that bigger light that will be just kind of omnidirectional. So look forward to having that in here, and it will hopefully eliminate having the filming light in here all the time. So we'll see how well it does. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know I've said this so many times, but content is a little bit slow right now as we adjust to our new schedule with Emma. But I'm still trying to post to make you happy and me happy. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.